A Nazi Party member recalled how the German people turned to the extremists.
Swarming with unemployed, now nearly 6 million of them, all over the land, young spirits were rearing up in defiant protest against the wretchedness of a life that their fathers seemed to have spoiled for them. Whether they marched with the Nazis or shouted the battle cry of the communists, they were resolved on change, on a new order.
Part of the appeal of the Nazis was that they seemed to offer unity behind one leader, who promised the decisive action the government couldn't deliver. One man remembered the effect hearing Adolf Hitler speak had on him.
There was only one thing for me, either to win with Adolf Hitler or die for him. He who gets to know Adolf Hitler with a pure and true heart will love him with all his heart. He will love him for Germany.
When people are in trouble, they look for someone to blame. Hitler targeted Versailles, democratic politicians, the Jews and communists. The Nazi Party's paramilitary wings, the SA and the SS, seemed to offer order and discipline at a time when law and order appeared to have broken down. One eyewitness remembers,
"What really engaged me was to feel the posture and expression of the SA. Never in my life have I seen such a sense of trust, so much dedication, so much unity of feeling."
The Nazis seemed to want to help the unemployed and the poor. They promised Arbeit und Brot, work and bread. Their plans for the unemployed were to put them to work, rearming Germany. The Nazis offered to give Germany back its national pride. The communists in Germany were also increasing their support. Their solution to the Depression was a people's revolution, like the one in Russia in 1917. But many Germans feared that the violence of the Russian Revolution would be repeated in Germany. Businessmen and industrialists would have had most to lose from a communist revolution. Many donated large sums to Nazi Party funds because they promised to destroy the communists. The industrial tycoon Fritz Thyssen later wrote,
"I have personally given altogether 1 million marks to the National Socialist Party. I believed that by backing Hitler and his party, I could contribute to the reinstatement of real government and orderly conditions, which would enable all branches of activity, especially business, to function normally again."
The money the Nazis got from men like Thyssen funded a lavish and modern propaganda campaign. And the Nazis were masters of propaganda. Hitler campaigned tirelessly, flying around the country, speaking at several meetings in a day. The Nazis mounted huge, impressive rallies, and their posters were everywhere. This one, Death to Lies, shows the muscular arm of the Nazis grappling with the snake of high finance and with Marxism. Unlike the communists, the Nazis appealed to a broad range of people, but they didn't actually commit to a programme of government, so it was hard to pin them down. In 1932, Germany went to the polls. The Nazis became by far the largest party in the Reichstag, but they didn't have enough seats to form a majority. To get to this point, Hitler had exploited Germany's economic and social ills. His next step was to exploit Germany's constitutional weakness.